Hello everyone out there, Rat Pack. I just got finished performing at my show at Barclays Center, which I headlined. And I'm here with my wife to answer your questions, because Mr. Nick Huff flew all the way from Los Angeles so that I could answer your questions now that everything is out. So yeah, we're in Brooklyn at my friend's house.
We got a special
guest, my wife.
Special guest
Reader.
Host. You're about to steal my job.
Yes, I am. Will there be any visuals for the Bobby Tarantino project?
Yes.
Like, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my God, I'm coming with the goodness.
I can't tell you which ones. Do I have stuff on my teeth?
No, you're good.
Okay. I'm not gonna tell you which ones, but there's gonna be a couple, and I still even might think I'm like gonna take it back even on the last album. I always thought, like, how crazy would it be if like Kanye went back and just did a I Wonder music video? You know, so I kind of like the idea of possibly going back and taking it old school. You know?
Can we expect a G-Eazy and Logic song?
Everybody wants this song. Everybody wants me and G to do a song together. I've hit him up about it actually, and just kind of backed him in the corner, because he's been talking about it and I've been talking about it, and I was like, yo fam, I know you got the studio on tour, so if you want to do it, I'm here. And I still ain't heard back from him yet, so.
Put that on G.
I know.
Would there ever be a J Cole and Logic collab?
My gut says yes. I'm just gonna keep it real. My gut says yes. Every time I hit Cole, I never ask him or talk to him about shit like that, because that's just not who I am. I don't wanna, like, let's put it this way. Kid Cudi took me on tour, and like almost 4 years ago, and I never asked, I never said, yo, can we work together, can we do this? Because I value the personal relationship. So it wasn't until like a couple weeks ago that he went on Twitter and was like, yo, we gonna work, we gonna get one, we're gonna get one. And I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. So the same with Cole. Like Cole, that's like the big bro. He's a really good dude, super awesome. But I'm just waiting for him to be like, you know, we should do a song sometime. And I'll be like, yes, okay, win.
Would you rather collaborate with a hip-hop legend, such as one of the artists you grew up listening to, or would you rather collaborate with a current big artist such as Drake or Kendrick?
I don't know, that's a hard one. Damn, that's a really good question. That's a great question. Drake, I know. Well, it's weird.
Wife's got her own opinion on it.
I know. I mean, I would love to, because especially the relevance factor. I would love to work with somebody like Drake, because it would be fun, especially just in my career right now, to work with somebody that's arguably, you know, one of the best current artists out. But then at the same time, it'd be really awesome. But I mean, I have and I will also, you know, working with cats like Killer Mike, and I've worked with some really awesome people and been around some really awesome people. But I still think it'd be kind of crazy. I don't know, I think I'd have to do a record with Q-Tip. I'd have to, like, you know, somebody that's really, I love my wife. She's like, who?
Q-Tip?
With who?
Like, put it in your ear? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know what you're talking about, bro. Tribe Called Quest all day.
Yeah.
If you could meet anyone that ever lived, who would it be?
Jesus. That'd be a dope one.
What would you say to Jesus?
Okay.
I'd be
come
like,
on.
so can I meet your dad?
So why don't you just say God?
What? Why didn't I just say God right now?
As the person you want to meet.
Oh, I was just kidding. I don't know. I was joking around. But I think it would be cool to meet Jesus.
No,
that'd be a real cool. That's a real
just
thing.
like a basic. I mean,
You just call Jesus Christ basic, fam?
I did not, but like Walt Disney or something, like something
Disney
that like the
over
people want to
Jesus?
hear. Like, I didn't call Jesus basic. I didn't. But like, let's give another answer.
Okay, Michael Jackson.
Do you really want to meet Michael Jackson? Just
I mean, that'd be cool. That'd be dope. Whatever. I don't know. Jesus, that's what I want. I'd want to meet.
Jessica, who would you want to meet?
Probably Walt Disney.
You're a huge Disney
Really
fan.
want to meet Walt Disney.
Yeah, that's a good
and I would want him to show me the park.
Through his eyes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. What is your favorite video game or video game series?
Uncharted.
Why?
It's just so good. I've been playing it since I was like 19, you know? So when I played the first one, I was like broke and in my sister's basement, and then I just played the fourth one in my house. So that's kind of crazy. That's like pretty relevant. But I'm really loving Last of Us. That's my jam. My homegirl, Ashley Johnson, who plays the voice of Ellie, she was at the show tonight, but I couldn't see her, unfortunately, because I had to bounce. Shout out Ellie.
How many hours did you put into creating Bobby Tarantino?
Like legit, like hours. Like a week. Like a true week I put in, I'd say.
How does that compare to like an album?
Well, an album could take a couple months. So like, if the mixtape took a week, an album could take months. Yeah. Just party in the other room.
This is a good one. What advice would you give to your younger self rapping at age 15?
I would tell him that, I would tell him something that almost makes it seem like he wouldn't make it.
Why?
Because if I told him that everything's gonna be great, he'd be complacent, little fucker. That's real. That's a real. I'd be like, you know, I'm not trying to get into it, but there's a point where your career goes down because you weren't taking it seriously. I'd say some shit like that, and he'd be like, what?
This is a good one.
You like that?
You have 5 songs to put into a CD, and those 5 songs are the only songs you can listen to for the rest of your life. What songs are you gonna pick?
The whole Toro y Moi album. No, I'm just kidding. Toro y Moi. Over the Rainbow by Izzy.
Best song ever by One Direction.
Today Was a Good Day, Ice Cube. That's a really good one. Dylan. I don't know. I can't. That's good. That's good.
You just backed out. You said 2 songs.
Those are great songs.
I
Those
honestly
are like,
know you would probably want.
Human Nature by Michael Jackson.
What is the guy? Bangkok?
Destroyer.
Destroyer.
Yeah, but I don't know forever.
But like one of the songs that you like.
Okay.
When are you thinking your book will be completed?
I don't know. That's a great one. But I mean, I wrote like 80% of it. It's finished. But that other 20%, I'm probably not going to write for another 4 months because I got to finish touring and going all around. And then even then, there's second drafts and third drafts and edits and all this other stuff. So I'm not sure.
If you could choose any rap group in history to be a part of, which one would you choose?
Wu-Tang Clan.
Cool. How do you remember your lyrics so easy?
I don't. I like really don't. I'm really bad. And I have to like memorize over and over and over and over and over and over and over again.
How do you do that? What's that process like?
Now it's just listening to the songs over and over. And it's keeping them relevant because when I record them, I know them so well because I'm reading them over and over. And then I listen to it. But it's when I stop, like Under Pressure was the hardest that I ever had to memorize as far as an album, performing it, because it was done in February, didn't come out until October, and then I didn't go on tour until February. So a whole year later after it was done. And because of that, I was already past it working on the next album, so yeah.
When you are touring, what is the part of touring you most enjoy, and what is the hardest part of touring?
The best part of touring is performing. Like going to different cities and performing, because you don't get out. You don't see. Everybody's like, oh, you go to different cities. Like, no, fam, I go to different dressing rooms, you know, and like, but for me, I think just the best part is like performing and doing my best to be in the moment on stage and have a great time. And then instead, the worst part is performing. Being on stage, no, I'm just kidding. That's draining. What, eating?
Eating's pretty hard.
Eating's hard on the road. It's just difficult to keep things down because of the stress on your body and your mind. But just being away from home, that's the hardest part. It sucks, but it's cool.
2 more questions.
Okay.
What got you into Rubik's Cubes? Also, how do you solve them so fast?
I just always knew that I wanted to be able to solve a Rubik's Cube, and I could always solve one side like everybody else, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna do this. My wife was there when I made that decision. And I solved it.
16 hours straight.
Yeah, 16 hours straight until I learned how to solve it, do my first solve. And I solve it really fast because I get these really good ones from China, speed cubes that are lubed up, and a lot of practice.
Will there be a Young Sinatra 5? And also, have you ever approached Tarantino with one of your scripts? Appreciate the music, bro.
No, and no. I wouldn't go to Tarantino with a script of mine. I might talk to him about like ideas and shit, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know why I would do that. Not to hate on the person who just asked that question, but I don't know why I would like be like, yo, check out my script. But
I mean, unless you guys are like BFFs, maybe.
I mean, yeah, I'm down for that. Well, that was fun.
I got one more.
What's up?
There was one in there about your relationship. I think it's a question for both of you. Like, how do you deal with him being on the road when you're not on the road?
I'm pretty good with it now.
Yeah. I mean, but you've always been
I mean,
good
I've
with it.
actually been always good with it. But like, we
Texting.
just text.
All the time.
And FaceTime.
And there's no games and no
No
this and
games.
that. Yeah, because there's no time for that shit. So we're adults. Like, that's a big thing.
And if he's away, I know he's just...
Yep. Like, I'm performing
Working
or I'm
or
working
he's
or
doing
this or that.
something.
And I always consciously go, hey, I'm gonna be gone for the next 45 minutes or the next hour, because we text all the time.
Wow. Like
All the
day.
time. All day. Back and
But
forth.
it's not like...
It's not like
annoying,
it's
though,
not
or
like we're just there like this.
obsessive.
It's not like that. It's literally, it's just like if I'm away
Checking
from my
in.
work. Yep. But like I'll check my phone like once every 10, 20 minutes, just for that.
For her.
Yeah, but like 20 minutes is like a long time that I won't check it. That's just always check it, because we always just we communicate. That's just us personally. Some people don't like that. Some people feel smothered. Some people this, that. But we're just in the same, like, I just always hit her up. She always hits me up. Like, no matter
And it's
what.
never boring.
Yeah, but if she's like out at dinner with her friends, I'm like, oh, what are you doing? What are you up to? Like, if she's like, oh, I'm gonna go to a girlfriend's house or something that I don't know, I'm like, give me their address, give me all this other shit, just in case. No, that's a real thing. What if my phone doesn't work? What if this doesn't happen? What if something happens? There's a catastrophe, some shit, I gotta go
No,
pick
that
you up.
is true.
I gotta know where you are. You should know where I am. It's just shit like that. It's like simple. Some people be like, why you wanna know where I am? Blah, 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 blah. You fucking some other bitch? Like, that's not us. Like, we're just
Yeah,
very,
no.
yeah. That's a good one.
How do you guys keep that trust in each other?
There's no...
Dude, this guy, the only person he would cheat on me with is with the Rubik's Cube. Like, we're legit. That's why I'm like, he's on the bus or he's either showering or he's Rubik's Cubing.
Yeah.
Or playing your video games.
Or playing my video games. But that's a real thing. That just comes from like knowing. But then at the same time, it's like none of these guys would even let me do anything like that anyway. So it's like I wouldn't do that. And then I surround myself with people who would never in a million years let me throw something away, which I never would in the first place. But the same thing with her. She doesn't hang around with a bunch of like sluts.
And we're not like going to the club. Like, it'd be one thing
Don't go
if
to
we
the
were
club.
both going out all the
Yeah.
time and drink, but
No, but we don't do that.
We're
We
like
just like
grandma and
Netflix and
grandpa.
chill and yeah, Walking Dead and Bachelorette
and Harry
and
Potter.
Harry Potter, and we read together, but it's because we're on the same page. We know exactly what we want. We know how many kids we want. We know when we want the kids. We know where we want them to go to school. We know this. We're all these things. Most people, they don't talk about that. They don't deal with that. Communication is the biggest thing, I think. I mean, we're still young. We're still young, and we're very early in our marriage and our relationship. But I've been with a whole bunch of people, and it was just, it never felt like this. That's why we're married, fam.
'Cause I'm fucking the coolest.
The coolest, dog. There you go, swag.
Boom. New music on soon?